Hello everyone, and in today's video we're going to discuss will LR Rarity save Grand Cross in terms of just in general content wise. So let me get this straight before the video starts. I'm not saying the game is dying, I'm saying the game was lacking content for a while with the release of random free characters, failed characters, and just unhyped collaborations, especially when the collaboration definitely could have been much better and probably would have saved a lot of hype. So, of course, with the upcoming update, Lostvayne Meliodas is getting a LR version, which is pretty hype. It's a lot of extra CC. His whole set gets reworked, and he's dropping with a relic. I will not be going over the relic today. I will go over the relic when I do the patch notes video, which will come out Sunday. So I'll go over everything then, relics, everything. But currently I'm going to be going over him, his changes, and I think overall, will this bring enough content to the game with this update, this new PvE arena? Will this bring more content to the game that it is more fun to play? I will say that people in my knighthood, just from hearing the fact they're bringing LR characters, and that Queen Diana now got a relic, Lostvayne Meliodas has got a relic. It's completely fully reworked him. He's got higher stats. He's got better cards. It's enticed some of my friends and people in my knighthood who are less engaged with the game to become more engaged just because how hype it was. This character was the first vessel in the entire game, and that was very hype. And now he's being reworked to have the highest CC with the highest stats we have ever seen in the game. This is going to be a whole new level of stat inflation with LRs. But of course, let's get into it. So firstly, what is the LR system? So the LR system is a system after there we go. It's a system after you get to level 100. I'm not sure if they have to be SA6. I'm pretty sure they don't have to be SA6, but I do know that they have to be level 100. When they're level 100, it will cost you 100 of these. Well, in total, it will cost you 100 of these new LR coins, 3 LR books, and 6 UR pendants. Yes, you heard correctly. 6 UR pendants, which translates to 36 SSR pendants. Or in total, for a character from level 1 SSR to level 100 LR, it's around 69 SSR pendants, which is a lot. So with that, what do you get? So of course this is LR Melee, as you can see here. It looks really cool. This was so sick. Honestly, I like the whole LR symbol. It looks really cool, very clean. The outfit, it looks more like a AM Melee sort of style stance, but I think he looks so different because of the stance and the slight changes with his outfit, as you can see from this Melee here. Anyway, on to the next bit. So these are the materials it will cost, as you can see here. UR to LR. These materials can only be given, or you can only obtain them through the new PvE arena. So they did state that it would be knighthood, something to do with knighthood. I don't really understand. Is that actually going to happen? Is it not? I don't know. But I'll do a whole video on that when it drops in global and when I get an understanding of how it works. I don't just really want to give out, content about it when I don't actually know much about it myself, because it's currently very new content. So when you LR a character, they go back to level 1, and I'm not sure what happens after that, but the materials in total to get someone to 100 LR is of course 6 UR pendants, 3 LR books, and 100 of the coins. So through these LR coins, as you can see at the bottom here, these LR coins, you can obtain 100 of them a week through the PvE arena, and then you can get more depending on your placement in the PvE arena, and you can also buy them. Oh no, sorry, yeah, I already said that. But on the release of this new festival, this new update on Tuesday, we will be getting 60 for free spread out over 28 days, which is good because it's like pretty much it's 60% an LR character, which is pretty good. I think it's pretty much there for newer players, because it's going to be much harder for a newer player to get an LR character than it is for someone like me, or a whale, or a long-time player, a long-time free-to-play player. It'll be much easier to get LR characters. So, a big thing I'm going to talk about is, should you immediately go for LR Lostvayne? So, LR Lostvayne, of course, he's the brand new character, highest CC in the game, all this, all that. But it depends on the frequency of how they release these characters. What I mean by that is if the material is very easy to get, they may make a lot of LR characters very quickly. My initial thought is that they're probably going to go and do it in the release order of festivals, being Lost Vein, Goddess Liz, OG Fest King, AM Melly, the one Escanor, Festival, Lolly Merlin, Festival, Barn, Cusack, Margaret, and I don't know the rest of the order. I want to say Gotha, Festival King, Traitor Melly, Queen Diane. Who came after Queen Diane? Bloody Ellie, Estarossa, Festival Merlin, the Ultimate One, and like it'd be in like an order like that. As you can see, that is the main order of festival releases, from what I can remember. It may be a little bit wrong, but that is from what I remember. Of course, that is the global release chart, which is the same as JP. So, my initial thoughts is that why this could save Grand Cross as a whole, and in terms of content-wise, is because if we go back and I know I talk about collaboration characters a lot, but I'm going to go back to it because they're a very good example of a lot of problems with the game. So let's look at Rugal. Rugal has a relic. He's got SA6, he's got level 100, he's got all of these things. You can 6-6 him, you can make a really good gear for him. But look at his substats. Lifesteal is very, very, very good. But crit chance of 7%, crit damage of 129%, crit resistance of 29%. Like, if you were to put this in today's perspective, let's just say, I know he isn't like SA6, but, you know, let's just say he gets an extra, 3% crit chance. So he's at 10% crit chance currently. This is free to play, of course. Let's just go to, let's go to this woman. So, I know she just dropped, right, but she has horrible substats. Like, she has 2020 substats. And Rugal was released in 2020, and he has 10% crit chance at max Super Awakening. She has 38 with no Super Awakening. And if we had Super Awakening on top, you're looking at an extra 6%, 44% crit chance. I do think that the reason why we've not seen KOF back and, we won't see ReZero for a little while, but they might add LR characters to collaborations, which I think would be a very good step forward in a way of trying to get these collaboration characters to be usable again and to be fun and be able to use them in PvE and PvP. For example, the only collaborations that I currently see in PvP are Echidna, Rimuru, Ghislaine, and Roxy. Those are the 4 characters I only see, and Ram, of course, but she's unknown support if you don't have Nanashi. But they're the only characters I see. I don't see a single Rudius. I've run into like 10 Ghislaines before I run into a single Rudius. And with the current team I'm running with Ghislaine, I've won like 13 games and lost 1 in a row. It's stupid. But I do think that LRing your collaboration characters will bring a lot of hype for these collaboration characters again, especially characters like Rugal, a Pierce character. Pierce is currently the strongest card in the game, if you're wondering what I mean by that. Roxy has a Pierce AoE. This Roxy here is what I'm on about. Ghislaine has a Pierce single target. The new Barn has a Pierce single target. Purgatory Melly has 2 Pierce cards. You've got all of these Pierce characters currently in meta that it's like Pierce is the strongest card because you don't have to crit. Critting nowadays is very hard because you've got characters like Nanashi, you've got characters with super high critical resistance. That it's insane. I will say that Lost Veins Relic, very good. Very, very good. But anyway, on to the man of the hour. Here he is. Now let's get on to his stats. So this is literally a screenshot I've taken from the Korean stream. Let me make it a little bigger for you. He's 75,000 CC. Which is 15,000 CC higher than what his initially was. I'm pretty sure they're running... I want to say... I'm not sure what gear they're actually running. I want to say HP defense. But is that... Yeah, that is HP defense. That is HP defense, melee. It's 16,000 attack. I will actually do a how to mill on LR melee as well at some point. But as you can see, it's 75,000 CC... with 12,000 defense and 214,000 HP. That's a lot of HP. Plus that his cards have also been reworked. You know, he's got an LR outfit now, which gives him more stats. LR outfits do give more stats. I'm pretty sure they can also be used on other characters with the same name. For example, as you can see, let me remove this. You've got, you know, normal Lostvayne melee. Lostvayne melee also shares outfits with Ragnarok melee. So will they share the outfits? Probably. I'm guessing so. So, you know, this, I guess, a little bit extra, like, CC was kind of nice. Anyway, on to the next bit, which is his substats. So his substats, as you can see, are very high. I have a translated one at the end, so don't worry if you don't understand. But that's pierce rate, that's resistance. Of course, he does still have very low crit, so that is crit resistance there. As you can see, that is crit resistance. One is somehow one higher. But that is his crit resistance. And as you can see there, it's still low, but his critical defense is 110. So your critical defense is when pretty much when you get crit, how little damage you take. So if you have really high, let's just say you have like, you know, 100% crit defense, and you only got, as you can see here, 20% crit resistance, you're going to get crit, but the crits won't do as much. For example, if you were to have high crit resistance but very low crit defense, you'd struggle to be crit, but when you were crit, the damage would be very significantly higher. So with Lostvayne's Relic, I'll just show you what it does. Whenever he gets crit, it increases his critical defense. So, you know, it's pretty useful. So that means he gets the effect out of his passive. It's very well fought Relic, and I like that a lot, especially with how they've done this LR system. It works very well. On to the next bit. These are the actual translations from the Zonius League's Discord. Shout out to Kane for providing the information in the Discord. Let me increase it a little more, because I'm not sure how much you can see it. I keep tapping on every wrong thing. There we go. So reworked, so this is of course the reworked LR melee. So this is for the LR version, the LV version will still be normal. Passive is when an enemy attacks the unit with crit, so let's say they crit the enemy, he gets crit, rank up every card in the unit's the unit has, so that's just normal Lostvayne passive. Then increase critical defense by 30%, max 90. So, as you can see here, you can still see my screen. He gets 90% extra critical defense from the already 110% he has. So I'm talking about like this here, and you've got the critical defense on the other one. So he'll have 200% crit defense, which is the highest crit defense in the game. Whilst only having 20% crit resistance means the crits won't do much, but they'll give him a lot. When the unit ranks up card via passive, so whenever they get crit, apply a buff that increases 10% attack related stats for 3 turns, stacks up to 5 times. So he can get fit. So if he's, let's say he's crit 5 times, he gets 50% attack related stat increase and 90% extra crit defense. Bear in mind, he's going to already have a 143% crit chance. He's nearly looking at 200% crit chance with no support, and he's looking at nearly 300% crit damage with no attack crit damage set. That's how insane he's going to be. Of course, having his relic, his relic isn't actually that strong, but I'll actually go over it. I've got his passive and his relic mixed up. As you can see there, his pierce rate's getting massively increased. Look, I have a side-by-side comparison. He's getting a lot of pierce rate. As you can see, pierce rate is a big factor of damage nowadays. Resistance is only going up a little bit. Regen is only going up a little bit. Crit chance and crit damage getting spiked. Crit resistance is just 1 lower, but that may be because I have a certain outfit on. Critical defense, massive increase. This is only getting increased by 5%, which may actually be from Awakening. And then lifesteal is being increased by another 7%, but that could also be from here. Lifesteal. No. He's getting no lifesteal increase. Actually, no, he's, so he's getting no lifesteal increase. So his lifesteal is actually getting increased from the new buff. So onto his single target skill. So his single target skill is being completely reworked. Not completely, but somewhat reworked. So the multipliers are being increased. As you can see here, at level 1, it's now being 264%. So it's increased by 24%. This one's getting an extra 30% and gives you 1 extra old gauge. And then this, of course, is being upped. Let me get the other one. Let's put that up there. And we get this one. And then we can put this. Ta-da! And then this is getting, the final one is getting increased by 50%. Actually, you can't even see it. It's been increased by 50% and getting 2 old gauge. So, It's okay, this card, which is the single target card, which I am currently showing, let me get rid of that, I don't actually need this anymore. This will get the Sever effect, which is increases your crit chance by 3 times whenever you use this card, pretty much saying he's going to have around 600% crit chance. He's guaranteed going to crit every hit, because he's already, if let's just say you've got max passive, you've got Barn in the back, let's just say, for an extra attack-related stats. This guy will have 200% crit chance, plus then, you know, the Sever, which is 3 times crit chance. You're looking at 600% crit chance. He is guaranteed critting every single unit we have in the game, and for the foreseeable future. Not even Nanashi will be able to save people from him critting. Of course, that is quite big. Of course, if the buff he gets is an actual blue buff, which I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure it's just a blue buff. It could be a slight problem with characters like Rimuru and, of course, Festival Westerosa. But, you know, if he gets a lot of them, it's not too bad. You only lose 1 unless you say you've got like 5, so it's not too bad. Moving on to his AoE, the multiplier is not changing, but instead it is getting the effect of Infect as well. It's getting the effect of Infect, which means it'll be a Charge and Infect card. Charge itself is a horrible card, but Infect with Charge, with a decently high multiplier, that's higher than normal Infect, I'm pretty sure. Lollymelon, here it is. Yeah, so it's an extra. It's a higher multiplier version with Charge. It's going to be very broken. I do think he will be very good on release. I'm pretty sure you can't actually buy LR materials, so if you free-to-play players, you're safe for a little while. You just got to hope you can get there before the whales do. So for ultimates, unfortunately, mine's only 1/6. I've never actually pulled a copy of Lost Vein. My only copy of Lost Vein I got was from last year's. You could select an old festival character for free, and I picked Lost Vein because I didn't have him. But pretty much this multiplier is being increased by 20%, the secret technique multiplier. The ultimate actual damage itself is being kept the same, and so is the effect. But that means it's 6/6, you get 80% extra damage per card. The attribute advantage thing is still there as well, which is still pretty broken. But they also changed something else, which means he gives himself, I'm not sure if it changes with ult level, but I know that at 6/6 he gives him 20% all stats, which is pretty insane, meaning that you can literally surpass 200% crit chance with this character, and over 300% crit damage just by himself. With attack crit dam, you can reach 300% crit damage with this character, and 200% crit chance with no support characters. That's how broken this LR version is going to be. Do I think it will save the game? For a little while, yeah. If they keep on top of it, keep adding new LR characters, making sure that these characters are easily available and not just whale exclusives, sort of like Demonic Beast relics. But I do think that them LRing festivals as well, which they're currently doing, will be a very good thing, as it will help with doing Demonic Beasts. For example, goddesses are needed. You know, Goddess Liz might be the next one. You know, Goddess Liz might be used in. It might be good enough to the point where she can be used in the new Demonic Beast. Because the current new Demonic Beast, it's too RNG based, and I wouldn't recommend, unless you want to spend like an hour trying to do floor 2, I don't recommend it. Or unless you have some god tier team, like whaled out team. I'm losing my voice. Oh no! But, will I think it will save the game? I think it will save the game if it becomes a universal thing. Like, every character gets an LR skin. I know it's a lot of work. They've got to like remodel like an outfit pretty much for a character, and they've also got a cool like thing at the top, like a cool lightning bolt that goes across it. But I think it'll be worth it for them to start LRing regular characters as well. You know, maybe do for every one festival you do 3 normal. Like, they don't have to be like very. You could just do Green Escanor, you know, and a very old character, but you know he's not that bad. When you're a new character, he's probably one of the best characters you can get as a low-level character, as a low-level player. Let's say you're not summoning, you only want to save. Green Escanor is a very good character to use because he gives himself immunity. He's got a remove buffs card. He's got a very powerful ultimate, which you can get even higher with Merlin Link. You know, he's a decent character, especially for if you want to do the story. Because when you reach Esterosa, you just want to die unless you have this guy built. Of course, you don't actually need his relic for him to be good. But that's it for this video. Let me know your thoughts on LR characters in the comments, and whether you think this will be a good thing for the game, or the game's still going to slowly decrease in popularity. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.